Intersectionality is a concept that enables us to recognize the fact that perceived group membership can make people vulnerable to various forms of bias. Yet because we are simultaneously members of many groups, our complex identities can shape the specific way we each experience that bias. That was from a primer on intersectionality. Hello, my name is Stephen Fox. I am a military veteran. I'm a white male, Jewish, American, father and husband. And this is my mask. This is how people see me. I will never understand what it's like to be a woman or a different race. However, in my life, I have experienced true anti-Semitism. I'm not just talking about inappropriate jokes or being told Merry Christmas during the holidays. I've been the victim of violence based on just the fact that I am Jewish. Right now, Europe is going through turmoil. The recent attacks by radical Muslims in France are just the tip of the iceberg. Anti-Semitism in Europe hasn't been this bad since World War II. My father is French and is in France right now. I'm very proud of my French heritage. My father works in a synagogue teaching English to elementary and junior high school children. He has to wear bulletproof vests to work. All the staff are being taught Krav Maga on Sundays. They do terrorist drills twice a week, preparing in case of an attack. There are 2 active duty French soldiers in front of his synagogue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, at first, this issue may seem only related to Jews. On the surface, Jewish people are being prejudiced against by Muslims. Intersectionality looks at things differently. And I quote, "An intersectional approach goes beyond conventional analysis in order to focus our attention on injuries that we otherwise might not recognize." That also is from a primer on intersectionality. How does socioeconomics affect what's happening in my father's city? Why is France suffering from this more than other European countries? Does it have to do with immigration policy? Are male Jews and female Jews facing the same problems, or are they facing different problems? If they are different, then how? What about Ethiopian synagogues or Chinese synagogues? Each group has multiple characteristics that must be considered in shaping advocacy and public policy. Whether those goals are equal opportunity, fair immigration policies, equitable pay, a just criminal justice system, or more inclusive visions of equal citizenship, the multidimensionality of these groups must be factored into the equation. That last sentence was also a quote from a primer on intersectionality. Now let's get back to my mask. I'm a military veteran. I'm a soldier, a patriot, and in some people's eyes, a killer. I served on active duty for 4.5 years. I spent almost half that time in Iraq, on the front lines as an infantry soldier. People see soldiers as being tough, dangerous, responsible, heroes, and sometimes victims. I'm a father and a husband. I have an obligation to take care of my family. Our society still looks to the male of the household as being responsible for earning income and paying the bills. It is a big responsibility. I am a case manager working with the Department of Veterans Affairs. I have over 200 active clients. I'm in charge of 3 separate programs, including the HVD Homeless Veterans Dental Program. I'm responsible for not only the homeless, but all veterans getting dental treatment outside of the VA, from Santa Maria to Bakersfield to Los Angeles, and everyone in between. Now for inside the mask, how I see myself. I'm very happy. Despite all I've done and all I've experienced, I'm happy. That's why I chose bright colors. I love cartoons. One of my favorite things to do is to watch cartoons with my 1-year-old son, or play with him. I love my family, Having a family has changed everything. It's changed the way I see the world, it's changed the way I perceive everything. I feel like Mr. Fix-It. I feel like it's my job to worry about things so my family doesn't have to. That may seem sexist, but I'm a little selfish that way. I still feel an obligation to represent the military. I feel like I have to act in an honorable fashion befitting a soldier and a non-commissioned officer. I have suffered. I have sustained injuries during my service. I am partially disabled. I am 26, and yet the tendons in my ankles, knees, and left shoulder are worn to the point that I've already gotten injections. And the doctors say I will need surgery in the future. I have a hernia. I was diagnosed with TBI, traumatic brain injury, from too many concussions. I can feel it. Headaches, light sensitivity, tinnitus, ringing ears. I was also diagnosed with PTSD. I hope that these petty differences that divide people can be recognized as unimportant in the grand scheme. For everything that makes us different, we have more that we share in common. We can't be hypocritical. We can't demand equality and respect as a Jew and say Muslims deserve any less, or women's, or African Americans. This is my reference. Primer on intersectionality. Thank you for your time.